Hi, my name is Joe Jackson. I'm a journalist, interviewer, author, and broadcaster. I've also recently become a podcaster, and my podcast is called The Joe Jackson Interviews. It's based on 1,400 interviews I did over 30 years with world-famous celebrities. But what you're about to hear is a clip that isn't from one of my regular podcasts. It's me telling in a particular podcast the backstory of all my interviews, and it all began on March the 1st, 1985, when I had an epiphany after interviewing one of my lifelong heroes, Leonard Cohen. This clip is from the first episode in a series of podcasts I call Joe Jackson's Greatest Hits and Misses. By the way, you can read the original interviews on my website, joejacksoninterviewer.com. But please remember that many of these interviews were recorded for the print media and done on cassette tapes, so they are, by today's standards, sonically challenged. Even so, let's tune into this episode at the end of my first interview with Leonard, and that will be followed by my narration, and then the delightful jerk, Mr. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Okay, Nietzsche said the pupil repays his master badly by remaining always a pupil. Are your lessons done?
Well, I got thrown out of the monastery.
Okay, you want to leave it at that?
Yeah.
Good. I thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. It was a great interview.
Okay.
Great interview. One of the most...
Sort of deep, wasn't it?
It was deep, and it was... I had a sense that it was important. You know, that you've really gone into the work, and I appreciate it.
It took me a week to research, but it wasn't.
I believe it.
It is important for me, apart from just for the magazine, just on a purely personal level. So maybe that's what came.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the magazine.
Is it any wonder that after I left Leonard's hotel room, I couldn't feel my feet touch the floor? The ground was gone, as he says in his song, The Smoky Life. I felt transcendent. My girlfriend, as she approached me in the lobby, said, "Joe, are you okay? You look different. Did something go wrong?" I replied, "Wrong? I never felt so right in my life." Then I joked. The LSD Cohen gave me was astounding. Of course he hadn't given me LSD, but I didn't need drugs. Just talking with the man had left me flying as high as a kite in a cyclone. And hours later, still flying, I wrote this in my diary. Thus begins my career as an interviewer. I really feel that I have finally found my calling in life and that I must seek out more of my heroes to talk with. Maybe Camus was right when he said in that quote I use in the Elvis book, "A man's work is nothing but a slow trek to rediscover through the detours of art those one or two great and simple images in whose presence his heart first opened."
Hey, this kid here, he's a writer. And he writes with one of these magazines, And they think they know it all. And they try to get to the bottom of things. He's sitting here talking to Jerry Lee Lewis. I've been in this business 40 years. Now, you ain't been in this business, 10 years? 15. Well, he ain't even started. The thing about it, you don't even know what to write about me, do you?
I've listened to you.
You're going to write something that you think you know, don't you?
No, I'm going to report what you tell me, that's all.
No. You're going to write what you think that's right.
I mostly just do interviews where I present what people say to me.
Uh-huh.
I'm a music lover who went into music journalism. And all I write about you is what we're talking about.
I'll put it this way. Write it the way you say it. I don't like it. You did.
I write what I find.
That's your problem, not mine.
I actually like your work. This is not a gig.
If you don't give me a good write-up, you're dead meat.
Okay.
Maybe there I should have said, "Come on over, baby." There's a whole lot of shaking going on. Well, there is on the rest of the podcasts. And as I say, you can read the Jerry Lee Lewis article and the Cohen article on joejacksoninterviewer.com. Thank you for listening.